guys, Tony here. Hope you're all well. Hello. Right, I did say yesterday that I was going to try and do this mini album. So I didn't intend on doing them this big. I wanted them maybe half that. So what I might do is, because I have got a lot of chipboard here, and I've also got tons of the stuff behind there. Well, you can probably see it just there. And I've also got a tub full in there, so we're alright for that. But I had these left over, so I thought, well, I'll do one with these. So, I mean, you can do any size you want. You don't have to follow my sizes. To be fair, I don't even size, if I'm honest. I don't, you know. But if you want them to be sized, then they're 11 centimetres by 14.5 centimetres. Okay? And this little one is 14.5 centimetres by 3.5. Okay? And then, you know, you've got your, you know, we've got the colour for your book. Now, what I would do normally here is I would put my paper on, you know, whatever, you know, whatever DSP I'd put it on. But I've found that when I have done that, it's been a bit, the book's like, when I've folded it, it's been a bit, you know, and it rips pretty easy. So I'm going to try another way. I'm going to try either, I don't know whether to use masking tape, I'm not sure, or gaffer tape. I know a lot of people call it duct tape, don't they? Is that American? I don't know. But yeah, it's called gaffer tape. So I think my gaffer tape is going to be the strongest one, isn't it? I think. Now, you do know the basics of a mini album. You know, what I normally do for that little... Let's put that away before I end up stabbing myself. Okay. So what I normally do is my ruler, I put in between these two. When I'm trying to mark them out, I put them in between. So if I want, like so, and I put my, no, I'll move it so it's level. I put my ruler in, then I put my side up to it, so then I know I've got that, you know, gap, and it's level because it's been done with the ruler. So that's what I'm going to do now. Right, so we know that's right. No, we don't, because it's not right down there. Like I say, you don't have to do this to my sizes. You know, you do what you know, if you want to do a really small one, then do a really small one. You know, like I say, it doesn't have to be to my sizes. But the ruler, definitely do it with the ruler, because it does work out a lot better when you're doing that. You know, and then you know you're going to always have that perfect spacing. So I'm just going to, I do apologise that you can't see very well. I'll just try and move a little bit closer. What it is my camera is set up in the house. And I'll tell you what, I'll move it out a bit, then I might get somewhere then. So you know, I do apologise, but I will, you know, I will go over it with you. But you know you know the basics to a mini album. So I'm just going to put that there, and I think I'm going to use the gaffer tape, because I think the gaffer tape's going to be a little bit more stronger. But I'm going to try it, because I don't know what it is, but just lately when I've done mini albums, they you know, as soon as I put the DSP on, it just rips, and I don't know why. So I'm going to try it this way, see what I get. I think this might be better with it being gaffer tape, you know, and it's a little bit stronger in it. Gaffer tape as well tends to, you know, be a bit indestructible. So let's see, but I'm hoping that this does the job, because you know, it's a shame, because I love doing mini albums. I could sit and do them forever, you know, but it just, I get upset when it does that. So if you know what I mean. So now it's like that, look. So when I put the paper on, hopefully it won't, you know, it won't split or anything like that. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to also do it on the inside as well, because you're not going to see it. It's going to get covered up, so you're not going to see it. Now I'm not saying that this will work 100%, because it, you know, it could still rip the paper when I come to put it on. But I'm thinking, I'm sure, well, I'm not saying I'm sure, but I am sure I've seen somebody do it before with gaffer tape, because of this reason. I mean, a lot of people don't, they just go ahead and do it, and you know, good for them. But it doesn't never seem to want to work for me. And not only just that, it gives it a bit of sturdiness as well, you know. So, and you know, you're always going to get that crease because, you know, it's in with the gaffer tape there. So we'll try that and see how we get along. You know, for now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this probably in sections, guys, because I don't think I'm going to get it all done in one go. But you know, anyway, so we'll try it with the gaffer tape. Anyway, we'll see how we go on. Okay, I don't know what DSP to use today, to be fair. Let's have a look. What about oh, there's some vintage one here. Let's have a look. It's a Christmas one, but it's got some that art Christmas, so use some of that maybe. What else we got? Let's have a look. I've got some mix and match bits as well, so let's have a look. But I just think, you know, I think the gaffer tape will do the job. I might be better doing all that in one. Yeah, I think I will. Right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use some of this vintage Christmas paper, but I'm not going to use so much the Christmas. Let's see if there's one with a bit of detailing on. If anybody's interested in this, it comes from the Works. It was £2 and it's 15 by 30 centimetres. You get 24 sheets, but they're not paper. It's made a bit more cardy than anything else, and it's called The Colours of Christmas Vintage. So if anybody's interested in that, I think they're just going to be plain colours. Yeah, okay, so I might have to use the, yeah, I'll do that. Okay, right, so I'm just going to use this red that's at the beginning. It's just a you know, plain, like, well, I'm saying it's red. It's like a browny burnt colour. You know, I love to know what it means, I really would. And the reason why I like this is because they just fit on there. I'm not fussy about you know, it all cutting the corners and doing this and doing that, because to be fair, they, you know, they just fit on there lovely. So I'm not going to go around saying, well, I've got to do this with the corners and do that, because it doesn't really make any difference. I'll tell you what, for the purpose of this video, I will do that. Because I have got some. I've got some, this is Make and Create, this is, and it's traditional Christmas paper stack, 12 by 12. It's got 24 designs, and it's double-sided. So, and that was £3, that was from the Works. So for the purpose of this video, I will do that. So let's find one that, sorry, it's saying let's find one that's not so Christmassy. You know, be like your wallpaper in your house eventually. Right, that's got a bit of that one. What's that one? Okay, we'll have some of that. Alright, so I'll just take that one out first. Put that down there. I'm at a little bloody daft table as well. Okay, so this is, like I said, double-sided. But for the purpose of this video, I will do all the cutting of the corners. Just so you know. Right, do I want the green side or do I want that side? I will go with that side. Right, so basically all you have to do now is just stick it down. Got some double-sided stick here. Just let me see which side. It's going to be the outside. Yeah, that's the outside. Yeah. Right. So I'm sticking it on there. So you know, like I say, I'm just going to try this gaffer tape. I'm sure that I've seen. I'm sure, you know. I mean, obviously, people do things, don't they? You know, and then a bit later on they'll do something else and say, oh, well, this was on so-and-so. So somebody must have done it somewhere for me to be seeing it. Or I've seen somebody do it somewhere. So I'm just going to stick this down. And then I've been in here, I think about an hour. I've had that much running about to bloody do today. It's been unreal. Rebecca has visual eye stress, and she got her glasses from Specsavers when she had her eyes tested, but they had to go into hospital to have a tint put on them for her, because at the moment she uses a overlay. So backwards and forwards to the hospital. Then we took the glasses, said we'll get them done, get them back to you. Yeah. Now they've come back to me and said we can't do them because they've got a layer on them, like a protection layer, or some kind of sheen on them. So she said they'll send them back, and can you get wherever you got them from, to redo them without the sheen on them. You know, so this was like, it must have been at least 2 months ago. Then they rang me the other day and said her glasses have come back. So she said if you just go to the reception, they'll be there waiting. So I said alright. So Dave went to pick them up. Weren't there. You know, going all the way around the hospital just to find these bloody glasses. Anyway, he eventually found them, and then he took them to Specsavers, and then he had a ruckus in Specsavers because they said, well, normally they send us a letter, or they do this and they do that. And I said, I've only just bloody rang up. I said, I've only just rang up. I rang Specsavers and told them the situation with the glasses. She went, yeah, no problem. Just bring them in and we'll redo them. So I said, thanks. Now took them in. Nobody knows what they're doing. Nobody knows what you done that for. Well, normally they send us a letter, blah, blah, blah. My wife's just rung up. You know what I mean? And I always say, and my dad's always said it as well, you know, 9 times out of 10, the left hand doesn't know what the right hand's doing. And it is, it's very true. Okay, so I've took all the sticky off, and I'm just going to, should I do it that way? No, I'll do it this way. I'm just going to lay that roughly in the centre. Give it a squeeze. Squeeze. Okay, so now what I usually do is just like go in between with your, this isn't the right one really, and the other one, I don't know where the other one is, I think it's an else, you know, and get them so you can, you know, bend it without ripping it as such. So it just gives it a bit of, you know, when you come to do it. Like that one won't bend so much, but if I just get my, I've got another one somewhere, I just don't know where I've bloody put it. Let's try one of these. Oh, there we are. Ones with the balls on usually better. Believe it or not, I actually got these for, I do false nails. And I actually got them because I was going to do the art, the nail art. And never got round to it. Right, okay, so when you've give it a little bit of a bend, so it'll, you know, it'll close, sort of thing. Okay, Now what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to cut the corners, but what I'm going to do is, because if you do want mini albums, you'll know, don't cut them right up to the corner. Leave about a couple of centimetres or so. I found my scissors. So if you're going to cut it, just, you know, cut it about there so you have enough. I'll cut it and then I'll show you. So just so it's just, you know, not right up to there, but a couple of, you know, centimetres away, or a centimetre or something. I'll cut that on that line, that'll be easier. Yeah. Cut that there. And just cut all 4 corners, as long as you don't, like I say, cut right up to the end, it'll be fine. So you're left with something like that. That's just jazzy as it is, isn't it? Shame I can't make a book like that. Well, I reckon you could, but make a right pig's ear if you did. Right, then I'm just going to lift these corners so they bend a little, so I can put it in. Now, when you do these as well, I never knew what people was doing when I first watched them, and I thought, what are they doing that for? But these corners here, you know, try and push them down and make sure you get them in when you fold that bit. It just gives it that nice clean edge. I never knew what people was doing when they was doing that, and I thought, what, you know, what's that about? But now I do. So, okay, so this one, see, when you fold it over, it's a nice crisp edge. Right, what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to go down a little bit with my, I'm not going to go mad, because I think if you go too mad you'll rip through the paper, so don't go too mad, but just roughly where it is, mark it out, you know, like I've just marked it out there, can you see? So you know, and just do that on both sides, just roughly, so you know where your folds go. But don't press too hard and don't go mad, otherwise you'll end up with bloody great big holes in your paper. Alright, so I've just marked them so I know where I am, where the folds are. Okay, and then just after that, just want to stick it all down. Found me, there we go. So I'm just going to put a bit on here, this end, and on this end. Yes, I've had a right to do this morning. And then I don't know if I've told you, but my printer, I have a Epsom. Oh god, I've had it, I must have had it at least 10 years, and I've never had any problems with it at all. Love it. And then just recently it started to, when it was printing out, it was missing out. So I was cleaning the heads, because I do clean them regularly and stuff. So I started to clean the heads and stuff like that, but it just wasn't, you know, working. It maybe worked for one, but as soon as you went on to the second one, it won't work. So I've been saying today for a while, I'm going to have to get myself a printer, because obviously when I sell things, I print out invoices, and it wasn't printing out fully, you know, it was like you got half a name if you was lucky. So, you know, I thought I'm gonna have to see about getting one. So today, while I was out and about in town, I had to go into town this morning, so I thought while I was out and about I'll get one. So I've got another Epsom, it's a Wi-Fi one, but I've just printed some out and it's very, very crisp. And the ink that I got for them, because you get a set of 4, because they're singles, so you get a set of 4 free with your printer. But the ones that I already had, you know, they fit in this printer. And I thought, bloody hell, how cool's that? Right, so first of all, I'm just going to put these sides in, and remember to push down on there. Okay, so just find me little area. So yeah, so I've got a new printer now, you know, and been very lucky because I got on eBay a while ago, I got some inks and I got 16 of each colour, you know, because the singles, obviously I can't get this bloody thing off. So I had a load of bloody ink, do you know what I mean? And I thought, oh god, I hope it fits in it. As it happens, it does. So I was pretty chuffed with that. Okay, just get you, when you've done that, just get your bone folder and just give it a press out. Make sure you get a nice crisp edge. And then go on to the next one. There we go. Coming off easier, this one. I don't know why, some of it comes off real easy, others, it's a bloody nightmare. Right, push that down. Make sure you just, you know, just so it's nice and crisp. There we go. And then when it comes to there, so I'll just give that a little push in. There we go. That crisp, that's it, that's the one. I'm sorry, I'm just messing about now. I've just seen now I've done that. And I might be able to get away with doing it like that. Oh, I'll have to have a look. Anyway, I have these mad ideas. So after you've done that, remember to push your corners in and just, you know. So just undo all them and push your corners in. I'll be back with you in 1 minute, guys. Okay, guys. So there we have it. We've done both of the sides there. I'm just giving it a bit of a push down. Now what I'm going to do is, the horrible bit, as I always found, just go in with your, you know, with your little scorer there, so you can get your book to fold. I mean, don't go mad, and you know, because it will, you know, it might not give so much, but you know, you've got to get it so it does, you know. But I don't want you to go through your, you know, I don't really want you to go through your paper, you know, so I just usually do it like this. A little bit of a slint there. Well, you're not going to see it because it's going to be covered up, but I didn't do that very well, did I? Let's have a look. Where are we? There we go, let's try that. I didn't do the paper very well. Not that it makes any difference because I'm going to do the inside anyway, but by the look of it, there we have it. And it hasn't done anything, but that will, you know, that will do. If you want to, you can just give it a bit of a push, so you know it does it. But I mean, don't do it. You know, I know how far to push. Do you know what I mean? But I don't want you to go do it and then it breaks. But I have gone a bit skewy up here. But like I say, you're not going to see that because I'm going to cover it in. What I was thinking earlier on when I did this is these bits that was left over. You know, when I saw that, I thought, oh, you know, bit of contrast of colour. You know, but I think I might cover it inside anyway. So, but it was, I thought it was a nice bit of contrast of colour that I could have cut them down. I could have cut them down to what I wanted there. Anyway, I don't know, but that is the basics, my friends. From there, you can do one or two things. You can do, I have done some of my mini albums like this, a few of them, till I grasped the hidden binding system. But what I did was, oh, I can't remember it now. I always call it gardener's rope because I can never bloody remember it. Oh, let me have a look. I think I've got some in here. I want to say it's baker's twine as well, but it's not. You know, it's like, oh no, it's not even like that. I ain't got any in here. But anyway, you could use anything like this. You know, it's like that, but it's brown. It's twine, you know. So I for a while on most of mine, because I didn't know any other system, I used this twine. And what you do is you inside your mini album you have signatures, which could be, you know, you could put any, like your signature would be in half, say, in your book. In that signature you would have maybe 5 pages. You just put them in. Then what I did when it come to binding them in the book, I just wrapped this twine around in the middle of all your signatures. So open it up and you get dead to the middle and wrap it around, and then I used to tie it here. I still do on some of them. Tie it here with a little bow, you know, and it keeps all your things in. And also it's good for adding, you know, if you wanted to add, you just put a bit more twine round and add another signature. Whereas the hidden binding system, you can't really do that. I think there is a way you can, but I haven't, you know, I can't be, it took me all the time to learn the bloody hidden binding system. But, you know, so it is good to do it with the twine, like I say, because you can just add signatures and add signatures. In my other videos you might see, I did one on a book that I got. Well, it wasn't even a book, it was just something like this. And I have baby reborn dolls, and they were sending me all the you know, the latest dolls and things like that, and just bits of scrap paper where I'd been and stuff like that, and I put it all in, and I did exactly the same. I'd run out of like kind of room, if you like, and not room, I'd run out of, I couldn't put any more things in this twining that I'd already got on it because it was too much. I just put another bit of twine on, started doing them from there. So it's easy, you can add the twine so you can add more pages, you know. So that is the basics of it. Looks like as well, guys, that gaffer tape is doing the job. So if you don't want yours to rip, then I do highly recommend that you put it together with gaffer tape. Or if you're American, it's duct tape, but it's gaffer tape here. Alright, so I highly recommend that, because normally by now man would have like maybe frayed and gone a bit, and sometimes even gone right the way through and ripped. So I would highly recommend the gaffer tape, people, if you're doing that. And I would, you know, if you don't want to go through all the trouble of doing the hidden binding system, then I would definitely just go with the twine, you know, because you can add and you can take away with the twine. Just cut it and, you know, go another piece or whatever. So I do recommend with the twine. That's entirely up to you. Like I say, there is the hidden binding system, and there is a lot of people on there that will show you how to do it. The best one I think I've come up across up to now is Kathy Orta, because I think it's hers. I think it's her. You know, she invented it, I think, if you like, and it's great. You know, it just took me a while to get a gist of it, but I did. So, you know, check out hers hidden binding system, Kathy Orta. She's here on Facebook. I'll tell you what, I'll leave a link for that below. I'll put a link for that. For Kathy Orta, hidden binding. Then there's the twine. There's quite a few, you know. You know, you don't have to just do that. You can, if you want to, you can staple all your bits together, you know, and then and do it that way. You know, I don't know about stapling it into there, but you know, you do it with books, so why not anything else? So maybe the other one as well is the one where you punch the holes and you crisscross you know, on the outside here. That's another good one as well. I'm sure there is some videos on there because I've seen them. So that is the basics of your mini album. All you have to do now is just put another piece of paper in there, you know, to cover all the board, obviously, and then start on your pages. If you'd like me to continue with this, give us a thumbs up, let me know, and if so, then I will do this complete album with you. But I just thought I would give you the basics up to now. If you don't know, you know what to do, now you do. And don't forget gaffer tape. Alright guys, give me a thumbs up for this video, please subscribe guys, and thanks for watching. Love you loads guys, see you soon, bye!